Okay, as you can see, the bottom tier of my cake is unusual shape. They do have pans that are this shape that you can buy. They're very expensive. But however, you can make these yourself. This is actually a 12-inch round and two 7-inch rounds. And so what I did here was just kind of cut out a little bit of paper to show you how you can do this yourself. Bake the 12-inch, pretend this is the 12-inch round, and then bake two 7-inch rounds. And then what you're going to do is you can cut a paper pattern of your 7-inch and lay it on top of your 12 and say, okay, well, it looks like I'm going to want to cut my cake. Okay. And then I'm going to lay it on top of my cake and cut my cake. And I have a cake here that's already covered. And what I would do is I would actually lay the pattern on top and then just cut my cake. Okay, so then I would take the 12-inch cake and this, if it were cut, it would fit right in here, and then the other side, and then I would cover it in all one piece with fondant. So it would look like it's one piece. Okay? For the pleating, I'm going to do a nice little fabric pleat that's going to go around this cake. I need to take some paper and I need to measure from this corner around the 12 and around the 7 to the back corner. So that's halfway around my cake. So I have some paper here, and I can do it in two pieces or one piece. But as you can see, that's the 12-inch, and then that's to go around to the 7-inch, and then that's all I need. So I'm just going to cut that off. And I can actually do this in two pieces, which I might do, depending on what pattern I want. Okay? Because I want my pleating to come out even. Okay? So that goes around. It's okay if it's too high. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. I want my pleats to come out fairly even. So I'll fold it in quarters. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that when I do this, that pleat is going to come right in the middle, which it looks like it's not going to be quite right in the middle. So what I'm going to do with this cake is I'm actually going to, you can do that with different size cakes, but with this cake, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do just the 12-inch. So just go from here to here and cut it off. You can do it both ways. It just depends on how you want your pattern to come out. Okay, I'm going to mark this and say this is for my 12-inch right here. Okay, there we go. So I want my fabric to be nice and even. I want a nice pretty scallop on here, and I want it to be centered. So if I fold that in half, that is going to center a scallop that I want on this cake. Okay, so at this point I'm going to make a scallop. I can freehand draw one, not very good at that. Or I can just actually fold this in half and just do half a scallop. That way one side of the scallop is going to look just like the other. Okay? So I can just draw half a scallop. And you know, if you've got something round to help you out, you can actually put it on here and use it like a pattern. But I'm just going to freehand it. And I'm going to say, okay, 4 inches high. Where do I want my scallop to start on here? Well, let's see. How high do I want it? Just come down, that's about how far I want it down. And then I'm going to go down from there. Just like that. Just kind of make a line. And again, if you've got something that's round, a can or a pot lid, you can just lay on here to help you draw the curve. By all means, any cheap source you can get. Boy, I use them all. And then you just cut on that. It's kind of like paper dolls. And see how I've got a nice, pretty, even scallop?